Hey everybody, it's Greg and Janet, and today we are in Pahrump, Nevada, and we are at a very unusual location. It was a location having to do with a very notorious crime. So anyhow, join us. We're gonna have some fun and take a look around. We are out in Pahrump, Nevada, and right in front of us here, this building, let me get you a closer view here. This building right here is the Smith's grocery store. We're behind the Smith's on 160. 160 is right in front of the building. And then over here to the left of that is the Pahrump Nugget. All of this land at one time was owned by Ted Binion. And this right here is the location of Ted Binion's infamous silver vault. Right in this area here, behind the Smiths. In fact, this dirt pile could have been part of the construction of the vault, but Ted Binion had a vault that was supposedly right in this gully or around this gully or wash. And it became a very infamous part of the death of Ted Binion. Right in this area is where Ted Binion had his vault. And to give you a little background story on the vault, Ted Binion dealt in cash. He didn't believe in credit, didn't believe in credit cards. He dealt mostly in cash and valuables. So he had this large sum of valuables. In fact, there's rumors that he may have had 3 or 4 vaults. But one of them that he had his friend Rick Tabish help build with him or construct was right here in this area. And it contained between $7 and $14 million in silver and rare coins. And after Ted Binion died, right after he died, Rick Tabish was caught out here opening the vault and taking the silver out by the local police, who saw something strange going on out here in the middle of the desert field. And when they asked him what he was doing out here, Rick Tabish said that upon Ted Binion's death, he was supposed to come out and secure all of the valuables for the family. Police officer asked him, okay, do you have a phone number for the family or somebody I can call to
verify?
Yeah, that will collaborate your story. And of course he said no. So he was taken into custody. And at that time, the authorities believed that Ted Binion probably died from a suicide. Ted Binion had a heroin problem, and his drug use had gotten so bad that his gaming license had been taken from him, and so he was no longer the head of the Horseshoe Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. So anyhow, they assumed that it was probably a suicide, but when they started looking into it more and more, they found a large amount of heroin in Ted's stomach, along with other drugs. And drug users don't swallow heroin. They shoot it up or smoke it or whatever. So anyways, and Ted's sister said that under no circumstance would Ted have committed suicide, that he was not suicidal. So anyhow, everything kind of turned towards Rick Tabish and Sandy, who was Ted's girlfriend at the time. Well, it turns out Sandy and Rick Tabish had an affair going on, and there may have been a deal between them to take off with the silver or what. So they were suspected of possibly being suspects in the homicide of Ted Binion. All in all, when it all worked out in the end, Rick and Sandra were convicted of some charges, but not of murder. They ended up with lengthy prison terms. But this is where the vault area was. Now where we're located at, the Pahrump, or the Nugget, is here. And then right over here to our right is where the Smiths is, and where we were standing would be right out over here close to this electrical pole or telephone pole, power pole over there.
The hill.
Yeah, we were up over this hill. On the other side of the hill was where we were at originally, and now we're behind the Nugget, and there's this large pile of rubble, and I've never been told that this is the vault, but it's awfully close to where the vault was, and it looks a little unusual to me because it doesn't look like anything that you would see a roadway built out of or a support. I was in construction for 25 years, so I've just never seen something like this. I guess it could have been for some type of drainage, but it doesn't appear to be that. And the way that it has these large pipes coming through the concrete, I don't know if that was for extra support or if at one time that it was for something else, who knows. But I've never seen that in road construction. See if I can't get up here on it. So I don't know if this was part of the vault, that after it was torn up, if they moved it down here so it'd all be in one place, or if this had anything to do with the vault. But it is quite a coincidence that this large pile of concrete rubble would be out here. So it may or may not be Binion's vault, but we do know the location of Ted Binion's vault was right over that way, over on the other side of the hill where we were standing originally. Pretty neat. Now there's also Ted Binion had a home in Las Vegas. He had a home here in Pahrump, and his home here in Pahrump, at least 5 or 6 times they've caught people out on the property after his death, digging holes all over his property trying to look for vaults, because he was also known to have buried a bunch of valuable silver dollars out in his property, and other collectible coins. So he liked to deal in cash. When you do that, you've got to have a place to put it. So I guess this was as good a place as any. All right, guys, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you enjoy all our videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell up in the corner, and thanks for watching.